You are now tuned into ChiChat Podcast, where four women come together to encourage, inform, and inspire women by creating a dialogue that develops strong sisterhood and friendship. Around the table is Yolanda, Ebony, Katrina, and Breonna. Okay, now it's time for some ChiChat.
Hey, welcome to another edition of ChiChat Podcast, where we are chatting with you. You know what, today I'm feeling good today, y'all. Now, I had a bad week all week, but today I'm with my girls, and we have a wonderful special guest. I'm so excited today. Miss Jo Cabey. We're going to be unlocking some stuff, okay? We're going to be doing some chatting, but first, we got to make sure everybody's doing okay. We got to check on everybody. Bree, how you doing this morning?
I am a 5. I'm feeling really good. I'm a 5. Yep.
All right. All right. Ebony. What's up, girl?
I'm good. I'm a 4 and rising.
Okay. Yep. I love to hear rising.
Yes.
Katrina.
3 and rising. It's rising, though.
Okay. All right. And we're going to have our special guest let us know how she's feeling today. Miss Jo Cabey, how you feeling, dear?
Well, with sister using numbers, I'm definitely a 5 right now. I'm happy to be here with you ladies.
Yes. Well, we're happy to have you. We're happy to have you. And I am at a 4.64. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're going to go with it. By the time I get done doing some unlocking, I will be at a 5. I'm sure of that. Now, y'all keep hearing me say unlocking, and we're unlocking the diary today. Miss Jo Cabey is an author of a brand new book called Jada's Diary, and we're going to be doing some chatting, some talking about that. So we're going to give the floor to Miss Cabey and let her explain to us about her book. I know it's about overcoming, and you know that's what we're all about over here. We're all about overcoming and being better. And so we want to give the floor to Miss Jo Cabey and let her explain her book to us.
Thank you, Yolanda. Yeah, so I've just written my first book. It's a novel. It's called Jada's Diary, From Growing Pains to Found Promise. And the book is fiction, but it's heavily based on my life experiences. And I decided last year, 2019, probably like around July, that I wanted to write this book. I was going through a lot personally, and it was honestly just a form of therapy as a way for me just to get my thoughts and my feelings out onto paper. And then it turned into, a year later, I'm done with a full book. So the book is essentially about Jada White. She is late 20s living in New York City, trying to thrive. And, she thinks back on her journey and where she started from the beginning of her life up until where she's at now. And just like going through the different times that she's just really felt unfulfilled and feeling like, no matter how well she's doing professionally or in other areas of her life, she still feels empty and still feels that gap. So like I said, it's really based on things that I've went through, but the book really chronicles a lot of things such as mental abuse, sexual abuse, childhood trauma, bad relationships, broken relationships, relationship within herself that wasn't fulfilled. And I chronicle it in a way that goes from when she's a child through teenage life through adulthood, but ending with the revelation that she realized that all of those areas always failed because she never took the time out to learn who she was and to heal all the wounds that she picked up along the way of life. And that was actually the revelation that happened in my personal life. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out why is nothing working and sticking. It's because I just was picking up all these bags and picking them up and never taking time to release and realize why I had so much baggage on me. So that's pretty much like what the book is about.
And you know what? That's wonderful, because we as women, we always have that armor on us where we have to feel like we're strong and we can handle everything. Well, during those times, we forget about ourselves. And so we go and we give our love to people, we give our trust to people, we give ourselves to people, and then in the end, when they leave or if they leave, then we're stuck broken because we never took the time to love ourselves. So you know what? I'm so happy that you wrote that book. It's so important for women to be able to see that, you know, if Miss Jo can do it, then so can I. You know, so I thank you for writing that book, and we will be posting the link so people can find it and to know where to get it, because and I'm definitely going to get it. I definitely want to read it, and you know, so and I can't wait to check it out.
Thank you.
And ladies, do y'all have anything to add? What's up?
Miss Jo, you know, as you were talking, you mentioned about the bags. I said she was a real life bag lady.
Yeah.
Hurt your back.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, that song really epitomizes like how as women we carry so much stuff. And so I wanted to take a brief moment, if you don't mind digging, like what experience, I guess you could say, was that pivotal moment where you said, I got to let this go. I have to.
Well, to be honest, it wasn't until I got to therapy and I worked with the therapist, and she helped me to realize that I needed to let some of this stuff go, because like you said, and I alluded to, like we hold on to so many things because I've always just grew up with the mindset that, you know, when stuff goes wrong or, you know, you're going through rough times, you just got to keep pushing through it. That's all I was ever taught. I was never taught how to release my feelings. I was never told like, this is what you do, you know, if a man leaves you or if you're in a situation. Those things just wasn't a part of my upbringing. So it was natural for me whenever I felt pain or sorrow or anger to hold it in, close my door, cry, put my mask on, and enter the world. That is all I knew, and that was my life. And when I went to therapy, and thank God for her the time that she did, and thank God I had enough sense to say, let me just finally talk to somebody, is because she was the one that made me realize, like, we have to start back from like zero, from A0. Let's start from there and start releasing there, so that we can get to where you're at now. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did not come to that revolution myself. And that's another reason why, you know, using my voice now to advocate, especially to us Black women, because I know that just for a lot of us, I'm not gonna say all of us, but for a lot of us, therapy and talking about our feelings and being vulnerable around people we love is just not ingrained and instilled in us.
Right.
And it's so important. It's so detrimental because we just hold so much.
We do. Yeah. I had to go to therapy in college just because of low self-esteem, going to college with a relationship, having to fight through the stigmas of am I good enough, and you know, the college life stigmas. And so I can attest to that. That lady who walked me through that first year, I want to shout you out. All right. I could truly soar. Shout out to Central, Eagle Pride Amplified. But yeah, I love you, Miss Jo. Thank you for dropping those gems, for real.
Yeah. That's so important. Ebony, you got anything to add, my dear?
Yeah, just to piggyback off what Breonna said, Miss Jo, in a previous episode we talked about baggage that Black women carry, and it's always, you know, a stigma or I guess we don't want to seem weak, you know, because we need help, you know. But you should never, if anybody out there is feeling like they need to talk to someone, Miss Jo is a witness, Breonna is a witness, I'm a witness, Katrina's a witness, Yolanda's a witness. Go and talk to someone if you feel like you need to talk to someone to get those feelings out, because like you said, carrying all that baggage, it takes a toll on you in the long run. It does. And my thing is, there's no age or time frame of when you need to seek help. Like, always seek help. Always get those feelings out if you feel like you need to get those feelings out. I can't wait to check your book out, though. I'm not a big reader, but these ladies are turning me into a reader, so I'm excited about that. I'm definitely going to get your book.
Awesome. Yeah, and you said something, too, that I do want to address, because I think this is important and it helped me along my journey. You just said, like, even if it's just a friend, right? Because we know, like, also therapy for some people, it may not be accessible. finding someone like a friend or somebody that you could confide in, just to at least have that initial release, I think is important. Definitely on the flip side of that though, just have that discernment depending on what it is, who you feel comfortable enough to talk to about it. Because I know for me, the reason why I kept a lot of things in, because a lot of the things were just very sensitive to me and super personal. But at the very least, having some kind of outlet is so important for us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's very important too, because I'm a private person, and so it's really hard for me to talk about my feelings to other people, period, whether it's family or anybody. I just like to keep stuff in because I think I have a problem with trust. And I feel like I tell my business to you, now you might feel like it's your business to go and tell somebody. And so it really is good to find that maybe a circle of friends or, a girlfriend or somebody that you can get this stuff out with, even if you can't go to like a mental health therapist or somebody. It is really good therapy to get it out, whether you have to, I don't know, just like you did, write a book, write it out or something, but you need to do that release in order to get better. So I am so thrilled about this book. I love to read, so I am definitely
I'm excited. If you don't mind, there's something else that you said too, like there are a lot of free resources out here and a lot of anonymous services. One of the groups that I'm a part of is RAIN, is for victims of sexual abuse, or I should say survivors of sexual abuse. But one of the great things that I like about that organization is if you are in a situation like that, you can just even call anonymously if you don't even want to say who you are. They have licensed and trained people that can just help you with the mental aspect of it and can also guide you to resources. Another thing that, I discovered through my healing, that there are a lot of, I feel like mental wellness is getting talked about a lot more, which is great. So there are a lot of groups, support groups on Facebook and pages on Instagram that are dedicated solely to helping people. So I would say for people like that, Katrina, that's perfect. A lot of us are private. We don't want to share with people. There are other ways that you can still be connected with a community or with people that doesn't feel like, you're bearing your whole soul out. Talkspace is another tool that helped me. So Talkspace is you're with a licensed therapist, but you can text. If you want to do the video chat option, you can, but I think that's a good option for some people, or some people who aren't comfortable, or again, don't have the means to sit in front of a therapist. And you can just pick up the phone when you're ready and just say, every day you guys check in with each other.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a good resources.
That's a great thing.
It's great.
Especially for, if you're busy and, with life and stuff like that. So that's definitely a good thing. That's definitely
Yeah, it is.
So what?
I might have to go check that out.
Yeah, me too.
Talkspace.
Mm-hmm. What was some other things that you did, after you reached that point of healing? What was, I guess, another outlet that you decided to go into?
Well, I would first say, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'm at that epitome of healing. I could say for myself, I don't know if that will ever be a full closure type of thing. Mm-hmm. I think for me, I'm still on the path. I'm still healing, and being able to do things like this, talking with people and talking about my journey and my story is still a part of this process. But another thing, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, is really my faith. My faith in God actually got strengthened through this process. Last year, I was engaged, and we ended the engagement quickly, and that was really what spiraled a lot of this depression and got me into therapy, which I thought that was the issue, was that the relationship was broken. And she's like, no, honey, that's when we had to start back from zero. But just really believing God's promises that nothing happens, one, without his permission, but that, it's really to get me to this next level.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that also with my faith is because I know for a fact that if things worked out how I wanted it to work out with that person, I would have never written this book. We wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have had the countless conversations. Like even in this past month, I've been able to pour into so many people and talk to women. And I think he's revealed to me that this is part of my calling. This is part of my path. So knowing that, this broken engagement, I was raped in 2018. I was molested as a child, all of these things. And I'm just like, why me? And why am I surviving these things? Is because he needed me to be here now in my right mind to help other women who's where I was years ago. So yeah, definitely I will shout out God until my last breath, because I truly wouldn't still be standing if it wasn't for my faith in him.
Amen.
I know you say you haven't, and I know you just mentioned that you haven't like reached like that peak of healing yet, but I know that you being able to pour into so many people, it's got to be fulfilling in itself. Like it has to be fulfilling. And like I said, like I told you the other day when we talked, your glow is everything. You just have like this glow, like this aura about you, and it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful.
Thank you, Ebony.
Yeah, true indeed. Absolutely. I concur. Your glow is beautiful. And I've seen that you're doing what I love to see. When you have been through so much, you take it and you pour into others to help them to not go through as much as you've been through. Two, if they have, they can pull themselves away from that. So that's wonderful. And I'm so happy that you're doing that. But you know what? Look, I'm ready to get into some unlocking here. Now we said we're going to do some unlocking. That cover is everything. I love it. I love the way you have the cover. I love the colors. Just awesome. And we're going to put a picture up of the book, guys, so you guys can see. But let's do some unlocking. Now, what was your favorite part of writing the book? What was your favorite? Do you have a favorite chapter or?
Oh, that's a great question. I think my favorite part of writing the book was really, so I have a lot of characters in there. And of course, like I said, it's like based on people that, part of my life. But one great part of that is just like, it's kind of like going down memory lane and like thinking about, like people that I've encountered or situations that I've been in, because it's not all bad. Like, life is bad and good. So there's some happy things in the book as well. But I just think just that process of just like reliving everything, because I knew the purpose when I sat down to write it. I knew I wanted to get the pain out, and that was kind of easy. Sometimes it's so easy for us to focus on the negative, and I could pull every bad thing that's happened in my life. I could pull that out fast. But then it's like, I had to sit and think about, Jo, what were those times where you were happy that brought you joy, or, that put a smile on your face? So that was really a fun part for me, like writing those fun parts. There's a chapter in the book where I talk about when I started my travel blog, which when I first came online, it was all about travel. So if you go to my website or my Instagram, you'll see everything before these last couple of months has just been all about travel. So one of the great parts of the book is writing about how that started and where it started, and taking these fun trips. And I actually have a story in there about an interesting fun time that I had on one of my trips. So that was kind of fun to write about.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, wink, wink. 18 and up.
Okay, so you know that we're talking about the good things and everything, but I want to discuss a little bit about what was your hardest chapter, or what was your hardest point in the book, you would say?
Yeah, definitely. It was very hard for me to write. I wrote in the book the chapter of when I was raped. That was extremely hard. I remember when I knew I had to write that chapter, because I was kind of going in order, I actually skipped it and I said, you know what, let me go in and write about things that happened afterwards. And then I had to come back to it. because mentally it's just, reliving it is hard. And, I'm again thankful that I'm in a place that I can even talk about it and even say, this is what happened to me. So thank God for that growth. But that was very difficult to write because it just took a lot of emotions out of me and kind of like brought me back to that day.
Yeah.
And then also, the relationship that I just ended most recently, that was extremely hard because, it was like, I thought I was going to marry this person and, the feeling, if any of you are married, those feelings that you get when you get the ring and you're just like, oh, my new life is about to start. And then God gives you a scratch record. Hold up. This ain't it.
Yes.
And so that was very hard for me to write, only because too, at that time, I still hadn't forgiven him. I still haven't in here, and not like saying face to face because that's nobody that I would ever want to talk to or see again. But I still in here haven't forgiven him. So it was hard to write about it because I was still angry and I still had resentment and I still was like, man, how could you kind of stuff.
Difficult. Yes. I can definitely relate to that. And I won't go into full detail, but I've had that happen to me. My husband actually walked out on me for no apparent reason. Well, I'm sure there was reasons, but he didn't give me an explanation. He just called me one day and that was it, said not to call him anymore.
Oh, we could chat. We could have another conversation.
I mean,
sound like we got something in common.
Yes. So I definitely can relate to the anger and the just the irritation of it all and how could you after all that I have. Well, you know what? I'm gonna bring myself out of that because I said, look, I told you I was gonna be at a 5 today. That's what I said. Now if I start talking about that joke, I'm gonna go down to. I'm gonna be at a 0.4. So you know.
Lord have mercy. Look, just like we gotta get Joe book, you gotta get Yolanda book, baby. You gonna get
Yes,
because you gonna get the story.
The whole series. Get the whole series.
Yes. Both of y'all are some great authors because y'all told y'all story secretly. This is a side note. For you guys to take such a hard time in your life, both of y'all, and be able to illustrate it and then use other people, it's just like, woo, that's creative. That's creative. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that I commend you both for being able to have the courage to even do that. Because you had to, you basically had to bare your soul and feel like open up your nakedness for everybody to be able to see. You become transparent when you write a book about your life. Absolutely. And so I commend you both for your courage for doing that. That is, I think that Yolanda's word for women is strength. That is some awesome strength right there. I commend
you. And I can't wait I didn't know you had a book, so now that I know, I get it.
Oh, well, thank you.
She has several. Get them all.
Okay, I will. Absolutely.
Oh, boy.
I'm saying you two should really talk more because, y'all have similar stories. Seriously.
Yeah, we got to connect. We'll connect.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Most definitely. But yes, I'm going to stay at my. Well, I will say this because we speak the truth up here on this show. Ebony, go ahead and you got some tea in your glass today? Get your tea out.
The ChiChat glass.
You got some tea.
Got my tea out.
No, that's okay. I'm not going to say it because see, God telling me to be still. So I won't say anything about that.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay in a zone where I need to be. I don't need to dwell on anything.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else want to share anything? anything, add anything before we move on? We got some new stuff, so we're going to share with you guys. But first, we want to make sure that everybody has said everything they wanted to say. Anybody want to add anything before we move on?
I just enjoyed this conversation, and I will be getting your book pre-order because I saw your video and I want to get my goodies.
Yay!
Pre-order, you get goodies, so I want my goodies.
Yes, get goodies and autographed copy.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Thanks for that tidbit, Bree.
Yes, go to the site, honey, so you get your goodies.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, where can we? Now, what's your website where we can go find it?
So my website is journeywithjo.com. So www.journeywithjo, just how it sounds.com. I'm on Facebook as well at the same name. So on Facebook, my page is Journey with Jo. And on Instagram, it's journeywithjo_.
Okay. All right. And we're going to also put it down in the links too, that people can go in and see, just in case. Because if they're like me, they're going to forget. I don't need to forget, but God knows I do.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure we have that put out there. But you know what? We're going to move on to something new. We have what you call the question of the day. And we're doing this because we love you to comment. We want you to put some comments down below. First of all, tell us how you're feeling. Are you at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? We're hoping that you're at a 5. But you know what? We'll take the 1s and the 2s, and hopefully we're rising you up. So you comment, let us know how you feeling, how you're thinking. But we do have a question for you. We're going to do this question once a week, and we hope that y'all enjoy it. So this is the very first question, the ChiChat question. What do you prefer? Hot and spicy or mild? And that's with anything, with chicken wings or whatever else you can put the seasoning in. I'm at a loss for all right, because I'm thinking about the chicken wings. Look, I want some chicken wings right now. So, Miss Jo, what do you prefer? Hot and spicy or mild?
If we're talking about food, mild. I don't like many spices in my food, but if we're talking something like Idris, hot and spicy, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that got to be hot and spicy. That's probably in that chapter you was talking about.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Katrina, what do you prefer? Hot and spicy or mild?
Girl, I like a mixture. Because I can do either. I like them both. I don't have a preference.
Yeah.
Hot and spicy though. Because I know how to cool it off when it's time.
Oh, yes, I like that.
Okay, Katrina used ranch or blue cheese on hers. Okay. I got you.
Yes.
Bree,
Yolanda, I go with mild, you know. I'm mild.
Yeah. Ebony,
I like spicy, like extra spicy. That's me. Make your nose.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Ebony need a Kleenex.
Okay.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And something to clean my hands off. Yeah.
Oh Lordy.
Well, your girl here likes a mixture of both. So I like mild sometimes, but sometimes I want to get it in and get me some hot and spicy. And that's with all aspects. I ain't just talking about, okay, bring it down, Yolanda. Bring it down. Y'all gotta know in the comments.
I'm gonna have to put a blooper over Yolanda today. I'm just have to add Look, you know how they put censored over somebody's mouth? I'm had to just put censored because Yolanda just yeah, like the whole thing.
I told y'all I'm gonna be. See, I'm at a 5. Anytime I'm chatting with my girls, I got my new girl here, Miss Jo Cabey. I'm at a 5 now, baby. So we rocking and rolling now. Let us know how you feel and what you're thinking. Do you like spicy, hot and spicy, or you like mild? Put it in the comments. Let us know how you feeling about it, what you're thinking, how you doing, okay? So now we're going to move on to our Sister Girl of the Week. Now, I chose Miss Torrey Hart. For those of you who do not know who Miss Torrey Hart is, Miss Torrey Hart is the ex-wife of comedian Kevin Hart. We watched her endure so much pain. And she would say that she's okay, but coming from a woman who has been in so much pain, I can look at her and tell that she wasn't always okay. And so, Miss Torrey Hart, we love you. We commend you. I remember you saying one time, and this is if you're listening, that you had to watch your children grow up without you, with some instances on TV and interviews and all, and you were always excluded. You had to watch your children be in the presence of another woman. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but when you birth that baby, that's your baby. And man, it got to make you feel a certain type of way. So I want to thank you for being the strength that you are. We watched Miss Torrey Hart pull herself from pure hell. And I know because I've been there. I've been there. The pain and the hurt and the anger that you feel, that somebody, and I don't know if he cheated on her. Oh, well, he said that he did, and so did she. But I don't want to put any other stories out there about it. I just want to know from what I saw and what I've been through in my life. Yeah. When you're watching something that you put so much energy in, leave away from you and then go off with someone else after you have worked your butt off to help him to get where he is. Well, in my case, he's still in the same place, but I'm meaning like in general. Yeah. We watched Torrey Hart do that. She helped her husband get to the next level. She worked as his wife, as a strong Black woman, to be left later while he go off and spend his millions is unfair. But we watched Torrey Hart pull herself out of that situation, and for that, you are our Sister Girl of the Week. Bless you, sister. Bless you, bless you. Now, one word motivation. What are we going to leave our audience with for this week? We're going to let our special guest go first. Any encouraging words for our audience, Ms. Jo?
Yes, I do have an encouraging word, and I would just leave your audience with just knowing that everything that happens in your life, it serves a purpose, even if you don't see it at the time. And I know it's a cliche because I used to hear it and I'm just like, I don't want to hear this. I don't feel like it. But just know it may not be revealed to you that day, that week, maybe not even that year, but ultimately it's going to serve a better purpose for you or someone else.
Good.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. Katrina, what you got, baby?
My word is courage. Courage. Be courageous in everything that you do. You know, just have the courage to get through whatever it is that you have to get through. Courage.
I love it. Ebony, what you got, dear?
My word for the week is going to be peace. Be at peace with yourself. Be at peace with that situation, whatever situation it may be. Just be at peace with it.
Yeah. Bree.
I know we usually do one word, but the song is coming to my head from Fantasia, Necessary. I am who I am today because God used my mistakes. It was necessary. So it hurt though. It hurt Yolanda, and we have went through stuff, but it was necessary so we could help other people.
That's right. That's right. And jumping on that real quick before I do mine, without all that pain, without the feeling of my heart breaking in my chest, y'all know the story. I tell y'all all the time. Y'all know. When I felt my heart literally break inside of my chest. That's how much pain pain all goes in. Okay? And so that's right. But you know what? My word is going to be, I'm going to use 2, just fine. No matter what you go through, no matter the hell that you feel, no matter the fire that you feel burning inside of your chest when you can't rest at night, when you can't rest, when you're trying to hold the tears back from your children watching you, just know that all that pain you're going through, you're going to be just fine. Okay? Keep that in mind. You're going to be just fine. I promise you, you will. And don't feel like it. Now I'm talking to somebody today because somebody needs to hear this. I feel it in my spirit. The pain that you're feeling now, know that pain don't last. I know it feels like it's going to last forever. And then sometimes you have to watch that person on social media with a person that was young enough to be y'all's daughter. Our baby died. You go off with a girl that's the same age as our son that died. But guess what? Yolanda's just fine now. So just like I'm just fine, you're going to be just fine, okay? Hang in there. Now, I said I was going to be at a 5, and I meant it. I'm sticking to my 5. All right, so we're starting. Here's another new thing, y'all. We're calling it chick face. And this is where we shout out something that we've been enjoying for a while. Now, during my times when I couldn't rest at night, I went on to something called ASMR. It's videos on YouTube. Pull it up on YouTube. And they got whispering and tapping and rain. Well, I like the massage and the whispering, and it relaxes me. So if you're feeling like you can't rest, or you're feeling just where you just need to relax, I suggest ASMR. And Ebony sent me some great videos. Child, that one you sent, the latest one, loving it. So
it's part of my routine.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good. That is a chick fave for this week. You can find it on YouTube. ASMR videos of whisper and massage. That's the one I use, but they have so many other ones up there, tapping and a whole lot of other stuff. And I promise you, it relaxes you. So go and check it out, okay? All right, now, y'all seen the pictures. Y'all seen me posing. Y'all seen this. Yeah, look, I've been all over myself. Whoop, look at it. I love it. I love it. I love that color. Look at here. Y'all seen it. It's the chick merch. That person, what? Every time I look, she got a picture of her in that mug. That's right. Because it's our chick merch. We have leggings, we have socks, we have shirts, we have all sorts of stuff. And you can find that on Teesprings/store/ChiChat to get your merch. You know, so and it's great. I love it. I love it. And I will be getting a whole lot more very, very soon. Okay? And my daughter is in love with the leggings. So y'all go and check it out. Support your girls. And we're going to have a link down at the bottom too, okay? So, well, I think that's it for this week. Anybody else got anything to say before we end it?
I had a great time. Thank you, Miss Jo.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much for being a part of us today, Miss Jo. You were wonderful. We had such a great time chatting with you. And hey, hopefully we can do this again. This won't be the last time that we doing some chatting with you, okay? So we enjoyed you today.
Yeah, I love you guys too. You guys have great energy. Well, you ladies have great energy. So thank you for having me.
You're most certainly welcome. Thank you for joining us. And you too have such great energy. And like Ebony was saying, your glow is everything.
It is.
Just beautiful. Just beautiful. All right. So this has been another Chick Chat episode. I know it got a little heavy, but hey, sometimes I got to just let it out, okay? All right. So that's it for this week. Blessings to you.
Thanks for listening to our episode of Chick Chat. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at ChiChat Podcast.